The IHWA Premier League is proudly brought to you by Champion Autoglass, Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes, and CD Dodd, Scrap Metal Recyclers.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Cockburn Ice Arena. It is round 11 of the WA Ice Hockey Premier League, and we're coming to you for another red-hot Friday night of action of WA Ice Hockey at its best. It's the Blackhawks currently in third place, doing battle with the Young Sharks. In fourth place on 8 points, the Blackhawks on 13 points. It's going to be a cracking game out here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. The Blackhawks, they will be seething after that 3-2 loss to the Flyers Orange last week, which ended in a lot of drama and a lot of controversy, with 11 plays being sent to the penalty box and 2 brawls happening in the third period, which drew the ire of Felicity Svensson. While for the Sharks, they're coming off a loss to the Flyers Blue, but they were valiant even without their key goalkeeper, Dylan Denoir, who also is not playing tonight. So a big blow there. Luke Doyle is also out for the Sharks, and Max Lashenko, who has gone back overseas. We wish him all the best back overseas after his stint with the Sharks. We also, first of all, want to send a quick shout out to our match day sponsors, CD Dodd, Scrap Metal Recyclers, and for the Power Plays, Champion Autoglass. We thank them for coming on board for season 2020. And our broadcast partners, Front Row Screens, led by Matt Williamson and the crew, and DRN1 Perth Radio, run by Russell Howell and his team. We thank them very much for their support of Ice Hockey WA Premier League coverage in season 2020. All the preliminary rounds and then the finals come October, so stay tuned throughout the next month for all the best Ice Hockey WA Premier League action. Just again recapping the ladder, the Flyers Blue on top before tonight's round on 16 points, then the Flyers Orange a point behind on 15. The Blackhawks aiming to take back second spot on the ladder, but they need a big boost in their goal difference. They're in third. The Sharks in fourth place. They are with 8 points, and the Chiefs and the Vikings on 3 after their tie last week. We first of all just want to send a quick shout out to Dave Minson, the father of Casey and Liam Minson, who's just recovering from an operation. All the best, Dave. Watching at home, we hope you enjoy tonight's matchup. This round 11 of the preliminary rounds tonight. The Sharks, they pressed the Flyers Blue hard, even without Dewar and Yannick Lodge last week. Dewar was in good form on the goals, and their depth will be tested against the Blackhawks side, who will be motivated. They've got McMahon, they've got Casey Minson out as well, but they've got McMahon in the side, aiming to get more scoreboard pressure into their attacking zone. Gourds is in form on defence, and he's got some work in the low slot from Grover and Tomek Sak. And it looked like it may be hard to contain in what is going to be a finals-style clash, as we know the top 4 progressing through to the semi-finals and the top 2 ending their season early. Having a look at some of the keys to victory here tonight. For the Blackhawks, we've got to get Goulds and Paul Graham on the same line. Those two are very good in defence and were key in holding on in the final period when the Flyers Orange offence couldn't convert their further opportunities after the first 4 minutes of the third period, but their offence was unable to convert as well, that being the Blackhawks. But also for the Blackhawks, you've got to be careful of guys like Langell and Mercerella when they can save shots, as well as Pelliccioni, the replacement goalkeeper, Reece Pelliccioni for the Sharks. Their match awareness and their sacrifice vital for the Sharks, and for the Blackhawks it must be curtailed tonight. And you've got to play more discipline. That's also going to be a big key for the Blackhawks. 11 times they had players sent to the penalty box, and upon speaking to Felicity Svensson before the game, it was not an acceptable performance. A lot of lack of discipline, and they have to stay true to their side's edge in tonight's clash if they want to remain a threat for the championship. As for the Sharks, the thing is you've got to press the Blackhawks hard. You did that last week against the Flyers Blue. Keep the puck in your attacking zone, and there will be chances that will eventuate off the point. And you've got guys like Ben Lellick, Ryan Langell, Riley Langell, and Ben Williams. He'll be one for the Blackhawks that'll have to worry about, because he can perform a slap shot. He's deadly with the stick. Do not leave any open space on the offensive zone, because he will make you pay the price more often than not. And keep rotating at every change. It's a young side, but it's got some speed. It's young and hungry. Tire the Blackhawks out, and that will give you the advantage. And let us know where you're watching from across WA and around the country on Facebook Watch via Front Row Screens, or listening live across Perth and Western Australia on DRN1 Perth Radio. Paul Persick taking the call throughout the night, providing you with all the moments from tonight's action. And what is a barnstorming turnout tonight here at the Cockburn Ice Arena, and they're still coming in as we speak tonight. And for the fans, I speak for everybody here when it is great to have the fans back in Western Australia watching the best live and local sport recovering out of the COVID-19 outbreak. So thank you to the people of WA for providing a lot to look forward to in local sport. Got a nice little crowd in front of the commentary position to the left-hand side and to the right-hand side of your screen. A decent turnout amongst the bleachers and even on the side tables to the left-hand side of your screen. That's where the Blackhawks are going to attack first. And going to the scoreboard end is the Sharks. And it's going to be Riley Langle and Paul Graham that'll do battle as the puck will drop for this round 11 clash between third and fourth. This one's set to be another finals preview. And the puck has dropped. We're underway. Blackhawks against the Sharks, round 11. IHWA Premier League action on front row screens and DRN1 Perth. All thanks to CD Dodds, Scrap Metal Recyclers and Champions Auto Glass for the power plays as the Sharks man the puck out of defence. Here's Mercerella. His pass turned over by two Blackhawks. Graham on the outer point looking for the wrist shot to no avail. And Grover manning that one on offensive ice, but another turnover inflicted by the Sharks to the advantage of Williams. He's on the breakaway. We mentioned he's deadly pre-game. Shoots and well saved off the pads of Minson. That's the first real opportunity for the Sharks they've had early on. Another wrist shot to no avail. Good save by Minson. Hoisting the puck there was Mercerella, but he's under pressure from Graham. And Grover, beautiful hoisting pass into the advantage of Tomek Sak, breaking away on his own, shoots and saved brilliantly by Pelliccioni. And this will mean the first face-off of the night in the Blackhawks attacking zone. That was well read there by Tomek Sak. Off the blind pass, breaking away from the defensive ice into the attacking zone and seizing the opportunity, almost getting a goal through his solo effort. Would have been a well-deserved team-lifting goal to open the game, but nonetheless, Pelliccioni providing the save as the Sharks win the face-off out of the offensive zone. Robson flicking that one out behind the goals. And now along the sideboards, here's Williams and Chris Shade. Shade wins out on that battle. He gets it out to Michalek, manning that puck in that defensive zone. And now the Sharks back under pressure, but they had more of a physical presence around the slot as Langle inflicted the turnover. Now they're going out wide. Hoisted out of defence by Robson. Out of the box is Minson. Could be a risky mistake, but luckily Graham was able to pull the puck out of that defensive slot. And now they can rescue themselves with an opportunity to break away from defensive ice. Just out of reach there for Woodman. And looking for the freak shot there was Langle, but that one went wide of the goals. Now going behind the goals is Oscar Zhu. He had a decent outing when the last time these two sides met, about a month ago. Here's McMahon controlling the puck from defence into attack. Looking for some open space. Blind pass blocked off brilliantly. It was in the direction of Michalek. Been back and forth so far in the opening 2.5 minutes. Still 0-0 here at the Cockburn Ice Arena now. And now Ratcliffe Smith doing everything he can. One-on-one between Langle and McMahon. Wrist shot by Langle, saved off the gloves by Minson. Now Goulds, who's been exceptional in defence throughout this regular season, sees the Blackhawks get out of that defensive zone. Beautiful passing towards Davidson. Davidson under pressure there from Williams, pinning him to the boards. 2-on-1 scramble for the puck being won by the Blackhawks. Goulds breaking away, shoots over the goalkeeper's head. And that'll mean a face-off. They've had two shots on target now, the Blackhawks, and now they'll have an opportunity on the neutral line. Langle coming off as well. Keep in mind, the Sharks have only got about 10 or 11 players in their side tonight, and the Blackhawks have got around 15 to 20 as usual in their side, so they're rotating quite well. So it's going to be Ryan Langle and Isaac Davidson set to do battle in the face-off. The clock will continue to run. And it's one of those delays in the game where it just frustrates the players a little bit. We had a couple of those last week. Let's just hope it's a smoother job. Wrist shot there from Blake Cuthbert. That one well wide of the goals, but the Blackhawks got more numbers around the puck here now. Grover His pass in the direction of Goulds, but well read there by Langle. Langle and Graham in a one-on-one on the Sharks' defensive zone. Mead and Cox battling hard there with Mercerella, but well played there by Langle with a back flick in the direction of Zoo, but a turnover. Blackhawks only away momentarily as Radcliffe Smith was brilliant in reading that puck and inflicting the turnover. Now, heavy body check there from Neil. That was on Radcliffe Smith, but he was able to rebound quickly. His pass blocked off. And the Blackhawks, despite that wrist shot towards the goals, will have another opportunity. And the game's starting to get physical already at this stage. We played almost 5 minutes in this match. 3-2 shots on target in favour of the Sharks. But no score on the board as of yet. Cuthbert will have the opportunity, but well read there by Drew Robson. A little bit of stick checking going on, but he did well to inflict the turnover. And now Langle. Good passing from the Sharks. Now they're away. Here's Riley Langle. Under pressure there from Davidson and Hammond. Well played by Hammond. Slap shot by Mercerella. No avail. Graham from centre ice gets the pass out to Sack. He's got Grover there in support on the low slot, but well defended by the Sharks to prohibit that. And now Riley Langle back in attack. Again, another turnover. The back and forth play has reflected the pressure on this matchup. The pass in the direction of Grover. Gets a bit of body check there from Drew Robson. On the point of the offensive zone, the slap shot there by Thomas Michalek, well wide of the goals. Sack hoists that one towards the goals. Under pressure, but well turned over there by Mercerella. Almost getting pinned to the boards. It's on the centre ice now. Woodman versus Langle. Woodman wins out. Blind pass in the direction of Oscar Zoo. He gets it back and now finds his teammate there in Williams, who just mans it back out to Jackson. Harry Jackson from behind the goals. Beautiful pass to Radcliffe Smith. Breaks away unmanned from centre ice. He's got some support from Langle. Doesn't change direction. Gets a bit of body contact from Mead and Cox. Still able to hang on to the puck there. Well played by Mead and Cox. Good second effort. The backhand pass in the direction there of Blake Cuthbert, but it was intercepted. And the Sharks again will have a chance of going into attack. The combi now. His pass intercepted by McMahon. Doesn't have space to go on the breakaway. Instead just hoists it towards the goals. And Bryce Chapman. Pressurised there by Hammond behind the goals. Oh, it's getting physical out there. 2-on-1 scramble for it behind the goals. Well played by the Sharks. Turning it over. Williams. He's going to look for some support on the slot. Well played by the Blackhawks to fend that one off. Allows McMahon to break away to centre ice, but that pass intercepted. Look at the pressure from the Sharks. They're getting the better of the Blackhawks early on. Almost a charge from Williams there. Linesman calling play on. Williamson shot. Saved off Minson's gloves there. And they have the opportunity now through Tomek Sack. Here's Woodman. They're on the fast breakaway here. This is a marvellous play from the Blackhawks. Going behind the goals. Good opportunity there for Hammond and Campbell. Woodman on the low slot, looking for the shot. That one blocked off. Brilliantly defended by the Sharks, but bit of obstruction there. Well picked up by the linesman. And this will mean a face-off. So, being sent to the bench for both sides. Zane Neal for the Blackhawks and Ben Williams for the Sharks. And it's going to be against the Sharks, and the face-off will be between Davidson and Langle. He's just got to get himself back into the position. The Blackhawks have got 3 behind. They go to Goulds. Long shot from the outside point, blocked off. The puck trickles towards the defensive zone for the Blackhawks. Hammond hoists it out wide. Well played there by Neal. His pass out wide. Blocked off. It's a scramble, a 2-on-1. Langle the meat in the sandwich there, but the Blackhawks come out of it. Well played. They're not using that puck to great efficiency in patches at the moment. Neither of the Sharks, hence the back and forth flow of this game. And it looks as though goals will be hard earned in this matchup. Long slap shot from Sack. Well saved there by Pelliccioni, the number 33. The Sharks pushing numbers back to the defensive zone, looking for that passing opportunity. Now Oscar Zoo combining and finds Harry Jackson along the end boards. Pass by Jackson, just out of reach there for Mercerella. That's going to allow Goulds to back up Hammond. And Mercerella there. Coming off worse for wear, attempting to check Hammond there, but Goulds is on the breakaway. He's got Woodman in support. That's where he goes, off the low slot, he shoots. Blocked off brilliantly there by Valancourt. Slap shot there from Grover. And to his left, Pelliccioni with another marvellous save. And this is their 5th shot on target tonight. And all of them have resulted in no goals, but some good saves by Pelliccioni. Really had to work hard for those saves tonight. Played almost 10 minutes in this opening period, 0-0 the score. First goal essential in the context of this game. It's been back and forth all throughout the night. Blackhawks win the face-off. They go out back to Woodman. Woodman hoists it towards the goals. That one was never going to make it. Davidson onto Graham. Sack on the low slot again. Pelliccioni going down low and saving that one with the gloves. And this will mean another Blackhawks face-off. We hope you're joining us live on Facebook via Front Row Screens and on DRN1 Perth Radio. All thanks to our matchday supporters, CD Dodd and Champion Autoglass for the power plays. Woodman flicking that one out to Grover, off the low slot. Looking for the capping off there was Graham, but well defended by the Sharks. They've been hard pressing the Blackhawks tonight. Graham along the sideboards, getting pinned there by Mercerella, I should say. Well, the Blackhawks win out of that one. Woodman. His pass a little bit loose there in the direction of Sack, who was aiming for Graham. Good use of the body there by Sack on Doyle. But that puck going past the defensive zone. It's a 1-on-1 between Woodman and Langle. Langle wins out. He's got the stick and he scores. Ryan Langle winning the 1-on-1 battle there against Chris Shade. And hoisting that one towards the goals outside the slot and scores the first one of the night for the Sharks. And the crowd really making some noise. This young and hungry Shark side, they know they want to make a statement. And that's the first mark that they have laid tonight. Again, out of defence, the Blackhawks looking to break away. Shade looking to pass out wide. But Langle put Chris Shade under pressure, inflicting the turnover. And outside the slot, hoisting that one towards the goals and putting the Sharks up 1-0. What could the Blackhawks do in response? They've been put under pressure early. And now they find themselves a goal behind. The puck going towards the Sharks' defensive zone. Almost getting pinned to the boards there was Williams. 2-on-2 scramble for it. The Blackhawks come out of it, but only momentarily. In front there was Michalek. He's under pressure there from Jackson. He's been all right in defence. Goulds getting first to it. Well played by Goulds. He's been a key defender for the Blackhawks this season. Goulds, wrist shot towards the goals. No avail. Graham and Michalek. And that's Graham who controlled the puck. Misread by Goulds. This could be an opportunity for the Sharks. Mercerella. And couldn't keep his skates under control. That allows Goulds to man that puck out of defence. Here's McMahon. Pass coming loose in the direction of Campbell, but turned over by Williams. And the Blackhawks now under pressure. Sharks, they're really pushing hard from their defensive zone, not allowing the Blackhawks to get any opportunity in attack. Well played there by Valancourt. The Sharks had more presence around the middle slot in that attacking zone, and Goulds was able to rescue the Blackhawks out of that trough. 7 minutes to go. The Sharks leading 1-0. Despite only having 3 shots on target to the Blackhawks 7, they've been able to play with a little bit more patience than the Blackhawks. They've been rushing it desperately. Cuthbert's wrist shot just over the head there of Pelliccioni. Shade hoisting that one towards the end boards. And Valancourt just manning that puck behind the goals. Gets it out to Lelick, who's only just come on the ice for the first time. Lelick thrusting that one forward. Langle's got support. Well played by those two. Lelick is looking to go back to Langle, but he's under pressure now from Neal. Puck going along the end boards now. Shade providing some support. He doesn't want to concede the same mistake twice that allowed Langle to score that first goal. 2-on-1 battle on the end boards behind the goal line. Hammond winning that one out. He's got good speed on his feet. Cuthbert and Hammond combining well, but well defended by Langle, forcing that puck back into the attacking zone. 1-0 for the Sharks, and that's a goal! Again, the defensive turnover making the Blackhawks pay, and this time it's CJ Ratcliffe-Smith flicking that one in towards the goals and putting the Sharks up 2-0. And that's 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes. And the Blackhawks are in heaps of trouble in this early stage. This is not the start Felicity Svensson's side would want in the early goings. They were expected to really defend hard, but it's been the Sharks who've been doing the pressing tonight. They've had good control of the puck. They've been locking it in their attacking zone, and they've got 2 goals out of it from 4 shots on target to a 50% rate. So patience and nice tight passing has really paid off so far. The Blackhawks, they need a goal here to stem the run. Minson with the save. Nice stick save there with a long wrist shot incoming. Woodman goes to Sack, looking for the pass out wide, looking to break up the play. Goals now. Woodman on the low slot, and Pelliccioni again with the save. What an opening period he has had so far. Just under 5 minutes to go in this opening period. 2-0 the score in favour of the Sharks. A hot start for them. Young, hungry side that is desperate to get back in touch with the top 3. 4 wins and 5 losses for them this season, but remember, the top 4 play finals. Well played by the Sharks. They've been great in defence. That's where Luke Worthington said on Monday on the DRN1 Sports Wrap that defence may be the key for this game. And so far, the Sharks are proving it early on. Woodman passes out wide to Sack, and now they're on the breakaway here. That's good play from the Blackhawks, but again, the defence from the Sharks proving too superior. Chapman blocking that pass off. Smart there by Valancourt to flick that one out back to Chapman. Chapman under a bit of pressure there and a scramble for it with himself and Woodman. Trickling the puck towards their offensive zone. No icing called. Linesman calls play on. Free-flowing back and forth game in this first period as Woodman is on the breakaway now. Got to look for the wrist shot towards Pelliccioni. And again, Pelliccioni saying, "You're not going past me tonight." And looks like he might have been hitting the crown jewels there, but he's okay. These men have got balls of steel, no doubt about that. And that's a fact not to be laughed at. Nonetheless, another face-off in the Blackhawks attacking zone. The Sharks win out this time. Langle flicks that one out back into the direction of Zoo. Still in that defensive zone for the Sharks. Well played by Hammond. The save by Valancourt. Brilliantly done off Hammond's wrist shot. Goulds getting first to it. Well played by Goulds, getting his back to the contest. McMahon going in the direction of McCarlick there, but that pass very loose. So playing too loose out there, the Blackhawks in defence, when they're getting it out of that defensive zone. They're not passing polish. They're not playing that passing game well tight enough. And that's allowing the Blackhawks to make those easy intercepts, and especially out of that defensive zone. They're conceding defensive turnovers that lead into costly goals. So it hasn't been the best first period for the Blackhawks. As you can see there, 2-on-1, another turnover inflicted. But the Goulds is able to rescue them out of the trough momentarily. Well played by Oscar Zoo, providing the pressure. They've got 3 out the back of the puck now, but there is an obstruction there. And that's going to be against the Blackhawks. And it looks like, yes, a trip to the penalty box. No, it's against the Sharks. So that's Oscar Zoo being sent to the penalty box. Bit of stick obstruction, I've been told, yes. So Oscar Zoo is going to get the first of the champion power plays tonight. So he'll sit out for the next 2 minutes. Now there's 1 minute 50 on the clock. No, it's 4 minutes, I should say. We're just getting a flick on the scoreboard here. Is that correct? I think so. Yes, it is. Bit of butt ending there. Yeah, what I've been told, it was a butt end, according to the rules. Yes, a butt end. So 4 minutes that Oscar Zoo will sit out on, and it'll be 5-on-4. So a big blow for the Sharks early on when they had the momentum their way and had the defence overwhelmingly in their favour. So they're going to have to play as tight as ever for the rest of this first period. Woodman, Grover, slap shot, but wide of the goals. The puck trickling along the sideboards now. That's going to allow Woodman the opportunity to set up play. Woodman, beautiful hoisting pass in the direction of Sack, but again the turnover by the Sharks. And slapping that one out towards the attacking zone there was Radcliffe Smith. Putting on the pressure there. Was that offside? No. That's interesting. Williams turning it over. Valancourt shoots. Saved by Minson. Good save with the pads. Inside the last 45 seconds of this opening period, it's been all the Sharks in this contest. Sack just manning that puck. Well played by Williams. They are looking hungry tonight, the Sharks. Valancourt slaps that one towards the neutral line, but to no avail. Williams again, ricocheting that one off his skate there, and a turnover will be in their favour. Valancourt, well played by Valancourt. Just behind the goal line, getting that one out there to Zoo. Oh no, that Zoo's in the penalty box, I should say. That was Robson. Just counting down to the final few seconds of this opening period. It's been all the Sharks tonight. One more for Williams. Langle towards Mercerella, and the buzzer goes. What an opening period for the Sharks. They're getting a great round of applause, and rightfully so. They dominated the first period with great defence and 2 defensive turnovers towards goal, allowing scores for Radcliffe Smith and Ryan Langle. It's 2-0 to the Sharks at the end of one. We'll be back at the Cockburn Ice Arena short.
If you need it live streamed, you need Front Row Screens. Visit frontrowscreens.com.au.
Momentum, or can the Blackhawks respond in search of a better result? Well, thanks to our game day partners, CD Dodds, Scrap Metal Recyclers, and also for our Power Play's champion Autoglass. The power play will still go on for the first 2.5 minutes of this second period. It was back and forth throughout the opening period, but 2 goals from 4 scoring shots on target was the Sharks' reward for a good first period. They've kept playing good disciplined ice hockey as the puck drops for the start of the second period. Blackhawks needing a goal to stem the flow. Oh, but again, another turnover. This time, Valancourt almost off the low slot. Turning it over there was Langle, putting the Blackhawks back under pressure now. Langle, slap shot. Oh, losing control there was Robson. And now the Blackhawks can rescue themselves out of trouble for the moment. Here's Goulds breaking away from defence into attack, going behind the goals, looking for the opportunity. And again, Chapman with the turnover. The puck trickling along the defensive zone. And McMahon's able to meet it. McMahon on the breakaway. This will be a fine solo effort if he can get it. Shot from the edge of the slot. No avail. Well saved there by Pelliccioni. Inside the last 90 seconds of the power play that has elapsed for the first few minutes of this second period. Because remember, it was a major penalty for some butt-ending against Oscar Zoo. And that's left the Sharks starting 5-on-4. They'll go back to full strength in about a minute. Minton with the save off the wrist shot there from Robson. Gould's looking to rescue the Blackhawks. He's a key in defence, but he made a couple of blunders in controlling the puck in defence, and it's where the Blackhawks have had themselves a bit of trouble over the last couple of games. Pinned to the boards there, Langle by Goulds. A nice side check there. If they have to get physical, then that's what they'll have to do to take back momentum, because the Shark side have got plenty of speed across the rink. Well played there by Harry Jackson to maintain control. Neal hoisting it towards Pelliccioni. Well played by Pelliccioni once again. And making another save down low on the ice. He's played a great game so far. And the Shark section of the bleachers stands here at the Cockburn Ice Arena rising as one. Walking down towards the glass, showing their support. Incredible atmosphere once again here tonight. So face off on the Blackhawks attacking zone. It's going to be Graham and Langle. The Sharks win the face off, but it's towards Woodman. Hoist that towards the goals, but to no avail. Graham putting the Blackhawks and Sharks back under pressure. Oscar Zoo, his penalty has expired, and now it's back to 5-on-5. The Sharks are at full strength again. Here's Robson from behind the goals now. They're going to set things up. And as the Blackhawks make a few line changes, breaking away was Jackson, hoisting that one towards the attacking zone. Only as far as Woodman. Man's a brilliantly beautiful pass by McCarlick onto Sack. Sack passing out wide towards Graham. Williams, well played by Williams, supported by Langle. That's great play. Langle towards the goals. Well saved by Minton. It's a hard scramble for that puck. Langle wins out again. Hoists it forward towards Williams. From the centre line. Lil. That's Lelick, I should say. Lelick hoisting that one towards the goals off the low slot. Drew Robson's shot just missing. And the Blackhawks can rescue themselves. But again, when they're going out of defence, it's turned over. Behind the puck there, Sack almost giving Riley Langle a bit of a taste of his own medicine there. Blackhawks on the breakaway through Graham, but it's eradicated by the Sharks defence. And again, another obstruction ruling. And it's against the Sharks. 12 shots on target for the Blackhawks to 7 for the Sharks. So it's going to be a face-off alongside the neutral line. It's going to be McMahon and Ryan Langle. Langle wins the face-off, thrusts the puck forward towards their attacking zone where Hammond meets it for the Blackhawks. Pinned to the sideboards there by Langle. They're getting physical here tonight. They're showing that they may cause a few headaches come the finals. So if I was the Flyers Blue, I'd be watching this side very carefully. Again, the Blackhawks make a mistake that turns the puck over to the Sharks. They haven't played that tight in terms of their passing and their usage of the puck. And that's where they've been put under pressure for the last couple of weeks as the puck goes towards the Blackhawks attacking zone. Well played by Williams. Thrusting the puck out wide, riding the check brilliantly from Graham. They're just trying everything they can, the Blackhawks, to get the puck out of defence, but look at how the Sharks are pushing forward in defence, forcing those turnovers, and Williams again, the central force behind that turnover there. Zoo gets the pass out wide from the defensive line. Good pass by Zoo. Not able to trap it there with Radcliffe Smith, and that allows Davidson to turn it over, but some good stick checking from the Sharks allows a turnover of possession. Oscar Zoo behind the goal line. Well maintained, good control. He's got Robson out the back. Zoo from the low slot and misses the goals. And now Neal easing the pressure momentarily for the Blackhawks, but well played there by Riley Langle. Brilliantly played, but couldn't fend off Tomek Sack. No, that's Cuthbert, I should say. Cuthbert's pass intercepted there by Williams. Williams has been great tonight. Hoisting that puck there was Riley Langle. Minson saving that one, just flicking that one back out forward to Meaden Cox. Mans that puck in defence, not a good pass. Langle shoots and saved by Minson, brilliantly done. That's their 8th shot on target, the Sharks. It was Langle who made the wrist shot towards the goals, but again, Minson with the save. He has conceded 2 easy goals that were off defensive turnovers. Riley Langle and Graham winning the face-off again. Langle wins out, goes to the back. Robson, his pass turned over, well read by Gould. Hoists that puck high towards the neutral line and finds Robson. Robson handing that puck on the defensive zone. Great pass out to Mercerella. Hoists that one towards Langle. He's got some space. Langle looking for the wrist shot. Blocked off by Meaden Cox. And the Blackhawks can rescue themselves here. Towards offense, and it's offside. Well spotted by the linesman, and that's a big opportunity gone begging for the Blackhawks. And both sides making a couple of line changes now. Be a face-off alongside the neutral line for the second time in the space of a couple of minutes. 2-0 the Blackhawks, the Sharks scoreline. They lead it. Blackhawks needing a goal. We've played 8 minutes in this second period. No score on the board as of yet to add to the Sharks' 2-0 lead. Turnover inflicted by Graham, but that one goes only as far as Radcliffe Smith and Valancourt. Blackhawks controlling out of defence. Misread there by Sack. That's got now Williams. Blind pass in the direction there of Meaden Cox, who flicks it forward to Tomek Sack. Sack manning that one back to Gould. Hoists it out wide. Poorly controlled there by Grover. And now it's Williams. Langle hoisting that one off a step. And now from the defensive zone, the Blackhawks again under pressure. Look at how close Langle's pushing towards the puck. But they're able to find a gap, the Blackhawks, in form of Woodman. He's looking for support from Graham, but he's under pressure from Oscar Zoo. But well played there by Woodman. On the breakaway, he's got some space. Sack is in support in the middle slot. Looking for the pass. He'll stop to Graham. And again, the shot saved by Pelliccioni. What a performance he's putting on tonight. Seems to be at the moment frustrating the Blackhawks. All their shots on target have been saved by Pelliccioni, who's providing a great effort on the goals in place of Dylan Dewar, who played last week but is not in the side tonight. So Pelliccioni providing a good substitute. McMahon off the low slot. Flicks it out wide to Campbell, but only as far as Zoo for the Sharks. Well played by the Sharks. Their defence being rewarded with a turnover off the low slot. Williams shot, saved by Minson. Well played by Minson. McMahon and a charge off a step there, it looked like. Well picked up by the linesman, and there was a bit of butt ending as well. And that's going to be against Chris Shade. So it's the first time the Blackhawks have got a player in the penalty box, and that is Chris Shade, the number 9. And that's another Champions Auto Glass power play. We'll put the Champions Auto Glass sign up there. And, of course, the last time we had a penalty was 4 minutes. What's going to be for Shade this time? There was a bit of high stick checking. Yes, just the regular 2 minutes this time around. So it's 5-on-4 for the Blackhawks. The Sharks looking for that short-handed goal. They've got the advantage. They've got the speed on offense. And it's well in their favour. Woodman doing everything he can to get that puck out of the defensive zone. But the defensive pressure on the Sharks here tonight has just been immense. That's leaving the Blackhawks with nothing but to hoist that puck loose. Well played there by Davidson, but no chance of beating off Lelick. Lelick looking for the pass towards Mercerella's direction. And the Blackhawks getting that puck back out onto defensive zone, 2-on-1 with Woodman and McMahon combining. But again, a defensive turnover. Shot there by Langle, saved by Minton, who was going forward out of his semicircle, out of the goal lines, and makes a brilliant save, and that'll affect another face-off. In the meantime, the clock continues to run on Chris Shade's penalty inside the last minute of that power play for Champions Auto Glass. Face off, pretty much even Stevens, but providing support there was Graham. And that gives the opportunity for Goulds to make the breakaway. The puck going through to the defender's legs, but well played by Pelliccioni to save himself from a certain goal leaked against him. Sharks now out of defence. Loose pass in the Goulds direction. Hoisting that one in attack. But again, it's all because of the pressure that the Sharks have put on the Blackhawks in that defensive zone. Zhu. Oscar Zhu. Nice gentle pass to Langle. Nice backhand flick back to Zhu. They're combining well. Langle again. Behind the goals. He's got Robson on the high slot, but it was a blind pass picked off by Davidson. Davidson on the breakaway. Wrist shot towards the goals, but no luck. Power play just about to expire, so the Blackhawks for the moment will have killed off this penalty. Gould. Pelliccioni with the save off his pads. In the meantime, Chris Shade is going to go onto the bench. And that's going to allow Zane Neal to get onto the ice and make it 5-on-5. Nice check there on Radcliffe Smith there by Neal. Pinning him to the boards in the process. Grover. Going towards the low slot, looking for an extra presence there, but the Sharks had more numbers on that low slot, and Pelliccioni will get the easy save. So a few line changes for both sides. Sharks rotating 5 players this time. They've made up to 3 to 4 rotations every couple of minutes here. That's been a key. Keep the speed up. Tire the Blackhawks out. And so far it's been working for them. Hence their lead 2-0, but no goal has been scored. They're wanting to consolidate that momentum with some good defence. Gould's wrist shot towards the goals, but well wide. Chapman, who's played exceptionally well in the defensive zone tonight, was under pressure, couldn't get any backup. Graham shoots and scores. A marvellous goal unsighted by Thomas Sack. Got himself some space, was able to flick that one in with the wrist towards the goals, and that pegs one back for the Blackhawks. 2-1 the score. That was a vital one in the final 6 minutes, as the Blackhawks were under some pressure there to make better control of the puck, use it a lot more efficiently. And off the defensive pass behind the goal line, they were able to get it to Sack. And get the shot towards the goals and peg one back for the Blackhawks. And there's a bit of a problem at the end goals there. The goal net not in perfect position. They're just trying to sort that out there on the left-hand side of your screen. Now it's been sorted out. And we can get the game back underway. Meanwhile, Liam Minson getting back his bottle and putting that on the top of the net again. And so we can get play underway. 2-1 the score. Just over 6 minutes to go in this second period. And that goal a vital one for the Blackhawks in the context of this game. Face off. Not much a tight contest there. It was won by Graham. Sack. His pass turned over there by Mercella, but there's some icing. Thomas Sack just talking that one over with the linesman. It looks like there was a little bit more than that. Yes, there was. Another penalty. So Thomas Sack, who scored the goal just a few minutes ago, he's going to get another trip into the penalty box for the Blackhawks. That makes 2 in a row now. And there'll be another Champions Auto Glass power play. So it's 5-on-4 once again. And the regulation 2 minutes. 5-on-4 in favour of the Sharks for the second time in the match. They'll be looking for a short-handed goal this time. Gould hoists that puck high as the eye can see. Towards the end goals. Grover going from behind the goal line. They're looking to score a goal against the run here to tie things up. They haven't had the better of the Sharks in usage of the puck, but when the opportunity was there after the defensive turnover, Thomas Sack was able to flick one in easily, unsighted, and get the Blackhawks' first goal of the night. Now they're going to slow down the tempo here, the Blackhawks, in order to kill off this penalty. And they're manning the puck behind the goals. High hoist there, hitting one of the flags by Goulds, and that will mean a face-off. Maybe you hit one of the flags, you get a bonus maybe. But unfortunately, that is not the case. I wish we had that. We're like in the old Mercantile Mutual Cup cricket days where if you hit a sign, you get a bonus. But nonetheless, the action will resume. Another face-off, but lineswoman there just interrupting the proceedings. One of the players just out of position there. And we can get it back underway again. And that's killed some time off Thomas Sack's time in the penalty box. Valancourt couldn't control that puck, not happy with himself there. And now Valancourt gets it back. Good pressure applied by the Sharks here again. But now just manning that one is Woodman. Davidson and Hammond combining. Both sides just slowing down the tempo here, looking to get to the intermission with a clean pair of skates. 2-0 the scoreline. Almost a defensive turnover inflicted by McMahon, but just couldn't trap it. Mercerella. He's got Langle on the low slot, but the wrist shot saved again by Minson. Woodman behind the goal line. Nice pass along the sideboard to McCarlick. McCarlick passing back to the centre, finding Campbell. Campbell's wrist shot blocked off brilliantly by Robson. Campbell trying very hard, gets it back to McCarlick. Campbell unsided. Hammond. Campbell again, goes for the goals. Pelletroni, there's a scramble for it between McMahon and Pelletroni, and it's on again. It's on. Zoo and McMahon getting involved, as well as Michalek. Well, almost a full-on brawl there, but luckily a little bit of a push and shove, and oh my goodness me. Pelletroni and Robson getting involved as the tension start to boil over here in this game. But both sides just leaving it at be, letting the game go on. We're approaching the last 2 minutes of this match, of this second period. 2-1 the scoreline in favour of the Sharks. And unsurprisingly, McCarlick, who started the brawl, is going to get a trip to the penalty box, and he threw a couple of punches to boot along the way. So fair decision by the linesman, sending Michalek back to the penalty box, and that's the third in a row for the Blackhawks. So again, the discipline worries that hurt them last week against the Flyers Orange is hurting them once again this week against a young and hungry Shark side who are playing to their edge. And as well as number 33 for the Sharks as well. So he's been sent to the box as well. No, it's number 29, Ben Lelick, as well as McMahon. So 3 players sent to the penalty box in that passage, as I'm being told. So good call by the linesman there. So it is going to be 5 on 4 as well. The Blackhawks have got 4, and the Sharks have got 5. So they'll be in an advantage here, will the Sharks. Zoo. Under pressure there from Graham, scrambling for the puck along the end boards, close to the spectators. But the Sharks are able to emerge from it. Radcliffe Smith, pressurised by Goulds to turn it over. Goulds off the low slot. Zoo missing that one, and well defended by the Blackhawks. Goulds inside the last 30 seconds of the match, of the period. 2-1 the scoreline. McCarlick and McMahon in the penalty box for the Blackhawks, while Lelick is in the box for the Sharks. And we've had 6 penalties in this matchup so far. Lelick on the low slot, misses the goals from almost point-blank range on the low slot. Goulds turning it over once again, ricocheting off the body there of Jackson. Langle on the buzzer, and that'll be it for the second period. No goals scored by the Sharks, but they defended brilliantly. But for the Blackhawks, a defensive turnover allowing Tomic Sack to score an easy goal puts them back into the contest at the intermission. 2-1 the scoreline in favour of the Sharks. And what a contest we have in the final 15-minute stanzas. So we'll be back with analysis of the first couple of periods, where it is 2-1 in favour of the Sharks here at the Cockburn Ice Arena in round 11 of the WA Ice Hockey Premier League.
If you need it live streamed, you need Front Row Screens. Visit frontrowscreens.com.au.
Cockburn Ice Arena at the end of the second period. We're in the intermission, and it is the Sharks leading 2-1. They played with hunger and desperation against the Blackhawks side, who again are hurting with the lapses of discipline that they have had hurting their game. Hence their margin on the scoreboard, 2-1. And there were a couple of interesting penalties where some may appear a little bit stiff from the fans' point of view, and I have to share their sentiments on that, especially one on the icing in the early stages of the second period. And that's where the Blackhawks are starting to really teeter in this stage in the game. The goals so far in this match, Radcliffe Smith and Ryan Langle scoring the goals for the Sharks. And for the Blackhawks, Tomic Sack being the only goal scorer for the Blackhawks, while he was also sent to the penalty box in that game. At the same time, and also, those penalties will still go on in the third period. 58 seconds, according to the scoreboard, where it is Lelick, McCarlick and McMahon that'll still sit out for the start of the final period. Now, there are two questions to ask about this game. How have the Sharks got the edge over the Blackhawks? And two, what has gone wrong for the Blackhawks in this game? Well, the Blackhawks, for one, they've used the puck a little too loosely. They've been hoisting it out of the defensive zone, looking for the best options, but they haven't been effective. They're not playing tight. The Sharks, they've slowed down the tempo a little bit. They're playing with patience, they're passing to their targets, and they're allowing players to break away unmanned. At the same time, when they're defending, they're pushing forward. When the Blackhawks are getting that puck from the defence into attack, not allowing the Blackhawks to look for any gaps beyond the defensive zone, especially with players like Williams and Chapman providing the key for the Sharks in their defence tonight, and as well as Langle and Radcliffe Smith doing great in the low slot, providing a lot of presence in that area. Especially at the same time when you've got players for the Blackhawks that are not playing, Mills and Minson, who are good players along the wings. That's the question of where is your effective puck use coming from the wings? And it looks like the Blackhawks haven't got any of that at the moment, despite pegging one back when there was 7 minutes to go in that second period. But that's been the only glory for the Blackhawks tonight. And if you look at the ladder, the Blackhawks, if the result remains the same, the Blackhawks will go down to 6-4 and 1 in 11 games, and they'll stay on 13 points. And the Sharks would go 5-5 and be on 10 points and stay alive in the race for the top three. So a vital game for both these sides in the context of this season, when the regular games are just winding down in the next month or so, and you've got finals come October. Each game in these final few rounds is a finals match for the top four sides. It's a fine tune to that final series to determine, is your side good enough to take home the IHWA Premier League title? The Flyers Blue may be the favourites, but the regular season is not over yet. A couple of players that have stood out in this game. Tomic Sack again for the Blackhawks. Caden Gould's in defence. And also Jordan Grover's been getting plenty of it, as well as Woodman and McMahon, the two Perth Thunderstars, but their usage of it has lacked in polish. While for the Sharks, they've been great with the puck. They've controlled it tightly. They've played the passing game much better compared to the Blackhawks. They had Langle scoring the goals, and he's been right in the thick of the contest, as well as Chapman, Williams and Radcliffe Smith. The shots on target, it's tightened up. It's going back the Blackhawks' way, but also the Sharks, they had more of it in the second period, 16-18 in favour of the Blackhawks. But on the scoreboard, 2-1 to the Sharks. It's been in their favour. Can they maintain the momentum heading into the final period? We'll find out in just a matter of minutes. The Blackhawks at 6-3 in one tie against the Sharks, 4 wins and 5 losses. The margin on the scoreboard is 2-1. Should be a cracking final period when we get back to you to the Cockburn Ice Arena on Friday night. IHWA Premier League Live. All thanks to CD Dodd, Scrap Metal Recyclers and Champions Auto Glass, and broadcast partners, Front Row Screens and DRN1 Perth Radio. Back with more in just a few minutes with the third and final period, where it is the Sharks leading 2-1.
If you need it live streamed, you need Front Row Screens. Visit frontrowscreens.com.au.
Welcome back to the Cockburn Ice Arena. We're just about to get set for the third and final period. It's been one of the more quicker games. Not much stoppages, a lot of ebb and flow in this contest here at the Cockburn Ice Arena, and that's what the fans have liked here tonight. Nice free-flowing contest, not a lot of stoppages, not a lot of delays. Hence, the pace of this game has been widely applauded around the world, is this game of ice hockey. The margin, 2-1 in favour of the Sharks. The Blackhawks through Tomic Sack getting one back with 7 minutes to go in the second period. No doubt, you can bet your bottom dollar that Felicity Svensson will be talking to her players quite sternly with the discipline that has been a key in the Sharks' favour, because you had 3 penalties in a row at one period, and then you had McMahon and McCarlick getting penalties at the same time, making it 5 for the second period, all alone. So what's going to be the key is that they maintain their discipline edge and not give away any penalties, while also tightening up their use of the puck. Because this Shark side is looking very, very desperate indeed. And no doubt they've been inspired by the situation that the Blackhawks have been in. They're coming back onto the ice now, the Blackhawks. The Sharks have been on for about a minute or two. A vital last period coming up, because keep in mind, if the Sharks win, they'll only remain 3 points out of third place. So they'll need to win at least a couple of more games and have Blackhawks results go against them in order to snatch third spot, or maybe top spot on the ladder if results go their way. So it's not out of the question for the Sharks. Anything can happen between now and the beginning of the finals in October. We thank you for your company on Front Row Screens and DRN1 Perth Radio. Of course, Facebook Watch via Front Row Screens. And our match day supporters, CD Dodds, Scrap Metal Recyclers and Champion Auto Glass for the power plays. We thank them for their continued support of our IHWA Premier League coverage in season 2020. Already got their 5 of the Sharks, despite a penalty still going on. Now, that's the crazy thing. You've still got your players in the penalty box and you're still allowed to have 5 on the rink. It's maybe different rules here in Australia compared to what they have in the NHL. Who knows? That'll definitely be something to ponder in the next week or so. Final period underway. 2-1 the score in favour of the Sharks. What can the Blackhawks do to peg back this momentum? Because it's been all with the Sharks, despite the Sharks not scoring a goal in the second period. One more could maybe take the game right out of reach. But anything can happen in 15 minutes. Puck now on the Sharks' defensive zone. Valancourt takes advantage to it, just manning it slowly, looking for that gap. And that's been the key, their patience with the puck, as the Blackhawks have been a lot more hesitant in using that puck. They've been hoisting it out of that defensive zone for many of those passages, and it hasn't helped, despite a defensive turnover goal in favour of Tomic Sack. In the meantime, the penalties for those 3 players have elapsed. Graham with a wrist shot from point-blank range, missing the goals. That would have been a big chance to level the scores. And the Sharks now have an opportunity to clear out. The pass just out of reach for Williams there. He misjudged it. But following it up there was Chapman. Well played by Chapman. Williams flicking that one back towards the offensive zone, but only momentarily, as the Blackhawks were able to get the turnover in. But Tomic Sack was able to get another one. The penalties have expired in the meantime for McCarlick, McMahon and Levesque. Lelek, I should say. Scramble for it behind the goals between Jackson and Woodman. Jackson winning that one out, but look at the players that the Sharks have got at the back of the puck. It's been magnificent defence from the Sharks tonight. Except for that pass, that was in the direction of Cuthbert, almost going out of the rink entirely there, but Cuthbert able to rescue that one. Cuthbert, wrist shot, saved again by Pelliccioni. What a game he has had so far. He's getting some good support here tonight. And this will mean a face-off on the Blackhawks attacking zone. Sharks winning that one through Langle, and they go out the back. Looking to open up some space, but getting first to that one there was Sack. Cuthbert under pressure. Woodman is now alongside the neutral line. Needs some support there from Neal. Doesn't get it. Looking for the low slot. But again, the defence of the Blackhawks showing its class here tonight. And they call icing. Unsurprisingly there. That did go from the defensive line past the neutral. And the Sharks have an opportunity to possibly ice this game their way. They lead 2-1. Keep in mind, this is a 15-minute period. And they do have stoppages for face-offs, unlike the first and second periods. So Cuthbert, off the back of the face-off win for the Blackhawks. Nice little pass to Davidson. But again, the pressure from the Sharks rids the Blackhawks of an opportunity. That was set up by Jackson. At the Ratcliffe Smith. Langle, back check hard there by Davidson. And the gloves nearly came off there. And they still are behind the puck here between Davidson and Langle. Almost a defensive turnover. Davidson pinned to the boards there again by Langle. They're not giving up their battle. Well played by the Sharks, outsmarting the Blackhawks again into hoisting that puck out of defence. Jackson finds some space towards Oscar Zoo, misjudges, and that's going to allow Woodman to inflict the turnover. Woodman and McMahon combining. Outsmarted again there by Langle. Langle looking to get control of the puck, but outclassed there in that contest by Chris Shade. Flicking that forward there to Woodman. Now McCharlick, who's back on the ice after serving his penalty. McCharlick and McMahon slapping that one towards the goal line. Chapman misjudging that one, but being the saviour of that play was Mercerella. Well played by Mercerella. Williams, nice control of the puck on the breakaway, ricocheting off Shade's foot and allowing the Blackhawks to recover momentarily. But Chapman, he's always been that one staying out the back. And the long wrist shot from Valancourt is saved by Minson, allowing Hammond to reassign for the Blackhawks. Slap shot by Valancourt, pad save by Minson. It looks like that was offside there. That's going to mean a face-off on the Blackhawks attacking zone. So this is their big chance to tie things up with just over 11 minutes left on the clock. They got two out the back of the face-off, but they go the low slot direction in Sack, do the Blackhawks, but no success. Graham looking to inflict the turnover, but Radcliffe Smith comes up to meet it. Goes past two on the low slot. Well defended by the Blackhawks. And now they've got the puck their way. Sack centering it towards the low slot. Grover shoots. Well saved by Pelliccioni. Scramble for it on the low slot. And again, Lelick rescuing the pressure for the Sharks. Well played. Ever since the first period, they've played that defensive game. Langle almost inflicting the turnover on the offensive zone. That's where that's been the key, the defensive pressure and control of the puck. That could be a game-winning aspect tonight. Meeting Cox, putting pressure on Lelick. Scramble for it along the sideboards. The Blackhawks win out. Good pass from Hammond out to Grover. I'm not sure about the hoist there because he had a bit of space to his right. And it now lies with Drew Robson. Passing forward to Radcliffe Smith. On the breakaway now. He's got Williams in support. Doesn't go in that direction. Williams on the low slot. Chapman shoots. Well saved by Minson. Goulds looking for that breakaway. Slap shot by Sack off the side of the stick. And doesn't score. And a quick shot there from Cuthbert is saved again by Pelliccioni. He's been one of the top three players of this match. You could definitely put him in there with the efforts on the goalkeeping position he has produced. And another face-off on the Blackhawks attacking zone. Graham doing battle with Langle. Graham wins out. Finds Cuthbert on the edge of the offensive point. Cuthbert on the low slot, looking for the shot, but blocked off again by Chapman. My goodness, has he been key in defence tonight. Valancourt, behind the goal line. Back check there by Cuthbert. And he gets a little dose of his own medicine as well. Passing out wide. They were on the breakaway until Mead and Cox stopped them. Cuthbert, pinned to the sideboards there by Mercerella. That's well played. On the low slot. Davidson was looking for that easy shot. And Neal again missing an opportunity. Cox. Oh, heavy body check there on Mercerella. Down he went like a bag of spuds. But again, the turnover. This is going to allow Langle. Langle on the low slot. Shoots and misses. Oh my goodness, that was point blank range. But Langle gets another chance. Got the better of Goulds on the low slot. He was looking to centre that puck towards the area, but well done by McMahon. But he just couldn't trap that puck in his favour. And now the Blackhawks are back under pressure. McMahon, he's got the opportunity to level it. Wrist shot towards the goals, just to the right-hand side. And the Sharks can rescue the puck now through Williams. And Jackson behind the goal line. Jackson's pass to Robson. Robson's pass intercepted. It was a blind pass there. It was intercepted by Campbell. Goes forward to Michalek. Michalek and McMahon. McMahon doing everything he can, but that was a blind pass. It's been back and forth between the two sides on that offensive zone for the Blackhawks. Under 8 minutes to go. 2-1 the scoreline. Blackhawks doing everything in their desperation to level the scores. They've controlled it in their offensive zone for about 3 minutes, but no reward. But the Sharks may have a chance themselves. Zoo, he's going to look for Langle. Williams goes for the shot and misses. Minson almost slipping it out of, letting it slip out of his hands there. The Sharks have got Valancourt unmanned on that low slot. Zoo, well played against Chris Shade in that one-on-one. Shade needing some support, he's got it, and that puck stuck at the gate. And they're going to have to get a replacement there and a face-off on the Sharks attacking zone. Very bizarre that you get the puck stuck just in between the fence gates. But they've able to get a replacement puck. They've got about 10 pucks. And they've got plenty of them to use tonight. Williams' wrist shot from the outside point. Doesn't get very far. The Blackhawks trying everything to level up the scores, but the desperation in the Sharks' defensive play tonight, nothing short of immense. Chapman misreading the puck's direction. That's going to allow Graham. Graham on the low slot, pressurised there by Goulds. And now Sack on point. Wrist shot, well picked off there by Williams and Lelick. Lelick on the offensive line. He's going to look for the wrist shot. He shoots. Saved again by Minson. And now the Blackhawks. They need to find their options quickly because the Sharks are not going to let them slip up. And the Sharks, in fact, made them slip up. That's well played. Back and forth they go again. Here's Graham. Being moved to that offensive zone to maybe try and level the scores. Goulds. Wrist shot saved again by Pelliccioni. On the low slot. Grover on his knees. Can't get it in his reach. And that's going to allow Lelick to rescue. Passes out wide to Mercerella. He's got no one in support in that offensive zone. And Grover's just run all over him. Like an absolute cheap suit there. That's where they need to control their breakaways a little bit. Wait until you've got some support. Sack dropping Zoo like a bag of spuds there as well. Under 6 minutes to go. The Sharks have held on resiliently. Here's Woodman. Woodman breaking away in the attacking zone. Doesn't get support. It's a 4-on-2 situation out there outside the low slot. Woodman shoots. And again, they're not getting that puck past Pelliccioni at the moment. And makes another magnificent save. This is really frustrating Felicity Svensson's side. They'll have to settle for another face-off here. What can the Blackhawks do to level the scores? And what can the Sharks do to hold on and possibly get one of their own to seal the game? This man, maybe Robson, holds the key. Hoists it towards the attacking zone, but coming up to meet it there is Woodman. Woodman controlling the puck brilliantly, breaking away from defence. He's in the attacking zone, got some support from Cuthbert and Davidson. The pass intercepted by Lelick, going along the end boards. Zoo and Graham battling one-on-one there, but well played by Chapman out of defence to ease the pressure. Williams, good use of the body. Going up against Davidson in a good scramble for the puck. Pinned to the boards is Chapman. Getting out of that is Cuthbert. Cuthbert with the puck. Davidson shoots. Pelliccioni deflected off his glove again. What a performance. Oh, good golly in heaven. Davidson checking hard there on Langle on the end boards. They're not going to give up these sides. They're both getting pretty desperate. Oh, my goodness, Graham. I know that's Neil. Getting pinned to the boards hard by Ratcliffe Smith. Now the puck trickles towards the Sharks attacking zone now. Only momentarily as Valancourt will meet this one. It was hoisted by Chris Shade. Both sides making line changes now to try and keep the rotation going. McMahon. Puck ricocheting off McMahon's legs there, and now he rescues the Blackhawks out of a trough. Shade going to meet this one. No icing called. Under 4 minutes to go. 2-1 the scoreline in favour of the Sharks. They're still hanging on. But will this defensive play backfire on them? Ratcliffe Smith up against Shade. Shade winning that one out. But again, the loose puck control is hurting the Blackhawks here. Now Jackson flicking that one out back to Drew Robson. Back to Jackson. Oh, was that a charge? Linesman says no there. That's a good call. It looked like a fair check. He did take a couple of steps towards the defender, but the action goes on. Robson. His pass intercepted. Sack shoots and scores! Sack levels the scores! Oh my goodness gracious me! Sack again was out unsighted on the offensive point and hoists it high towards the goals. And it's now 2-2. Oh no, I don't think that was Sack. That was McMahon. It was McMahon. I'm just getting told there that was McMahon who levelled the scores. What a comeback again by the Blackhawks. 2-2 now. Some of the Sharks fans to the right-hand side of the screen calling for a video review. We don't have any video screens here, unfortunately. That goal will stand. Graham. Almost enforcing the turnover. Chapman. Will this be another tie? Will it be a Blackhawks win? Gould's wrist shot from the high point. And again, Pelliccioni with the save. Well, this game really turning it up here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. It's taken another twist. The Blackhawks look like they were down and out after the first period, but don't count them out. They've scored 2 goals in 2 periods and have tied things up. Basically, next goal could win the game with how the flow has been going. Grover and Valancourt in a one-on-one. Well played by Grover, controlling the puck brilliantly. He's got Goulds out the back. Elects to go to meeting Cox. That shot hitting the net above. And that'll mean another stoppage. Both sides going to make a few line changes here. 27-20 shots on target in favour of the Blackhawks here. McMahon levelling the scores here with an unsighted wrist shot on the high point. What can these sides do to try and break the deadlock? Langle hoists that puck back towards their offensive zone. No one was there for the Sharks. Goulds hoisting that one towards the attacking zone. Grover was looking for Sack, but that one empty-handed. Wrist shot. Graham centering towards the low slot. Almost again. Pelliccioni with the save. And now Radcliffe Smith controlling the puck to the outer side. Langle breaking away. Good control. Can he make it another freak goal? Centering it towards the low slot. Radcliffe Smith just couldn't get that one in his reach. Well played by the Sharks to maintain it in their position. Lelick under pressure from Graham. 2-on-1. They're scrambling for it on the sideboards. But the Blackhawks come out with it through Goulds. And now Woodman. Woodman and Cuthbert. Cuthbert just couldn't trap it. Allowed Langle to gain a bit of territory there for the Sharks. Only temporarily. Inside the last minute. Will this be another tie? Will there be one last thrust for both sides? Can they make the miracle happen? Jackson. Robson going out wide. Turned over by Cuthbert. Cuthbert, nice little backhand flick. Langle. Inside the last 50 seconds. What a contest we've had here. Mercerella pressurising there for Woodman. Woodman's got control. Nice little breakaway by Woodman. Almost back-checked by Mercerella. Neal, supported by Davidson, shoots and scores! Davidson has capped off the comeback for the Blackhawks! Davidson on the high point, scoring with the wrist shot, going past Pelliccioni, and the Blackhawks, something from nothing. They were no chance after the first period. And unbelievably, they take the lead. My goodness gracious me, what an incredible comeback. Linesman just deliberating. Hang on. There's some deliberation between the linesmen. Was it offside? That's the question. And it is. The goal stands. It wasn't offside. The Blackhawks take the lead. My Lord, what a comeback by the Blackhawks. They've scored the last two in the last period. In fact, they've scored the last three of the match after being down 2-0 at the end of the first. And with 30 seconds to go, Isaac Davidson will be the hero unless the Sharks can make one miracle out of this. Campbell on the attacking zone now. Under pressure. Physical presence on the low slot favouring the Sharks. The stick is lost. Davidson shot. Well over the goalie's head towards the net. Inside 14 seconds. It looks as though, well, they've added 2 seconds, I should say. 16 seconds on the clock. And the puck is going to go alongside the neutral line for the face-off. The Sharks have pulled their goalie out of the box, so they're looking for an extra number to try and equal it the last possible second. It may work. Williams along the sideboards. The fans encouraging. Williams well trapped there by McMahon. Woodman getting some support, and again the whistle blows. The linesman right on the spot. So this will be it. This will be the last face-off of the night. The Sharks must win this one if they want to have a chance to equalise. They've got Mercerella unsided. They've also got Chapman on the low slot. What are the linesmen deliberating here? And a timeout. Timeout's been called with 4 seconds to go. Blackhawks lead 3-2. The Sharks have got it in their attacking zone, and it's a 30-second timeout. This will be the last chance for the Sharks to equalise, but what a dramatic contest. As you know, even if the Blackhawks are down, they're truly not out. They look that way after the first period when the Sharks scored the first 2 goals against them through Langle and Radcliffe Smith. But slowly and steadily, they've been able to trim the momentum down. They used the puck better, they got physical as they needed to, and they maintained their discipline edge in this third period. Not a single penalty conceded by the Blackhawks this time round. The timeout is concluded. These last 4 seconds will shape up this team's path to the finals. Hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the final play of the night. Will it be the Sharks that'll steal an equaliser, or will the Blackhawks hang on? Face off. Langle almost winning that one out. The puck going in the direction of McCulloch. And the buzzer goes. What a comeback. Just how much character does this team possess? The Blackhawks have shown it tonight, but give nothing away to the Sharks. Give tremendous credit to them too. They were valiant, but in the end, it looks as though their defensive approach to hang on to the lead backfired, some may say, but don't discredit them in any way. What an incredible game of ice hockey here in Cockburn, and the fans turnout here knows that this game was undoubtedly one of the games of the season. But in the end, it is the Blackhawks taking victory in a remarkable come-from-behind victory, 3-2, as the players shake their hands. And I think everybody here should applaud both these sides here tonight in what has been a remarkable outing here tonight in round 11 of WA Ice Hockey Premier League action. And fans across the East Coast and all above the top end in South Australia, that's ice hockey Australian style right there and then. But nonetheless, the Blackhawks, they retain third place on the ladder after a great victory over the Sharks. That'll do it here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. On behalf of Ivo, cameraman working very hard, Ryan, our producer, our remote producer also working very hard, and all the Front Row Screens team, and DRN1 Radio taking the broadcast as well. Paul Persick wishing you a very good evening from the Cockburn Ice Arena, where thanks to CD Dot and Champions Auto Glass, it was the Blackhawks coming from 2-0 down to win 3-2 in another remarkable come-from-behind victory. So long, everyone.
If you need it live streamed, you need Front Row Screens. Visit frontrowscreens.com.au.